final results, and it was Devontae Ford with a 776. He qualifies automatically.
But let's take a step back. I took my hamstring, and honestly, I'm kind of happy that it happened. So this video is going to take you thought by thought, day by day, struggle by struggle into this whole process and really show everything raw and transparent. And there's going to be a lot of transparency in this video. So if you don't want to see that, if you don't want to know that, if you don't want to hear that, then honestly this video probably isn't for you. But I'm just letting you know this is your warning. 2, this video is for anybody, whether you're going through this injury, a different injury, whether you're struggling mentally as an athlete, going through your own mental health problems, your physical problems, anything, just having a tough season, this video is for you. This is going to be so much more than just showing a hurt hamstring, you guys. For anybody who wants to skip the me talking for like about 9 minutes, I'm going to put a big red X on the screen so you can know where you need to start back to understand what's going on. And that last little clip would be probably like 30 seconds or so. But now's the time to skip before I start talking. So, for those of you who stayed, how you doing? Hey, my name is Devontae Ford. I'm a track and field athlete at Texas Tech University. I want to start by saying, like I mentioned before a little bit, this video is for anybody going through adversity, but this video is also for me. This is me being transparent. This is for me to hold myself accountable and stay on the right path and stay on my journey. And also for me to look back on in tough times, good times, just remember what I'm doing, how far I've came, and just the process of it all. So a little earlier, y'all heard me say I was happy that it happened. And that's because right now, I feel like I'm at a very low place. Maybe not as low as I was before, but I feel very low, you know, like I was struggling a little bit before this injury happened. Actually, I feel like I was stuck in my progress, like as an athlete, things like that. And honestly, I will say though, being transparent, that race that I had where I injured myself, I feel like was my breakout race. But I thank God that I'm alive. You know, things can always be worse. You know, I could literally not be waking up. So I want to say thank God. But number 2, I want to say is like now this is a chance for me to fully rebuild myself from the ground up. You know, mentally, physically. You know, I can take the time to really take care of my body, rest, relax. And so what I want to say to you as an athlete and myself, do not always look at your injury like it's a bad thing. There's positivity in everything. And so I'm not saying, you know, you shouldn't be upset. You can't be mad. You can't be sad. You can feel type of way. But what I am saying is there is light. And so this is my first injury, but this is the first time I really like injured myself on the track, if I'm being honest with y'all. So it's a little bit of a new experience for me. Last year I came injured from a stress fracture in my back, but that was a little different kind of situation. I'll probably make a video about that another day, but this is just my first time actually getting injured on the track. And so just words to myself and words to somebody watching this, you want to start from the ground up. So address your mindset. I don't know myself personally, sometimes, you know, like I grew up, especially like in the beginning of my athletic career, I wasn't that good. And so I was always the underdog who tries to force myself to believe like, oh, like I can do this, you know, I can make that happen, all that stuff. And like it kind of turned into like a victim mentality, like with a lot of things, even outside of like my sport. And so that's something really big that I want to change and I want to fix about myself. And so right now I'm taking that time to realize, like, you know, take responsibility for your actions. Things that you do are your fault, and the life you live is the repercussions of the life you live, like things you've done in the past, if that makes sense. I know. And I'm kind of talking like I want to be real transparent and raw with y'all, so I try not to like plan out what I'm going to say too much. I have my general ideas and I just say it how I think. And so if it seems like I stutter or if I repeat myself a couple times, that might be why. So I apologize for that, y'all. But so that's step number 1, getting rid of that. Okay. And so another thing is, remember that it's all on you, you know? Like I can make myself great. I can become great. Because there was a point in time where I was nowhere near this. There was a point in time where this was literally just a dream for me. Words to you and myself, it's possible. I literally came to college running 56 seconds in the 400 hurdles. I never broke 14 in the high hurdles in high school. And then I literally got to college on a higher height, and now I'm running faster. If I run 13.6 now, I run 7.7 in 60 hurdles. I ran 8 seconds my freshman year of college, you know? So like, this is a dream. And so it's like, you know, put in the work, it's on you, and you have to, if you take responsibility for your actions and decide each day to do something to make a step forward to progress to that goal, then it'll happen eventually. And if it doesn't happen, you'll become a better person in the process of trying. And that's all that really matters. And so, a few things for my injured athletes I want to say is, it might seem like the world is crashing down on you, and honestly that's how I felt maybe my first day. I thought it was gonna last longer. I thought it was gonna be forever, but it honestly wasn't, you know. You have to realize, you have to accept it first, accept that you're injured, and then step 2 is understand it's gonna be a process. You have to come back, you have to be patient, and honestly I'm not rushing it anymore, you know. I'm just kind of enjoying it now. And so I know that it's on me. I can do better. I have to get better and things like that. Number 2 is I know I have a coach who is very supportive of me. My coach is very helpful. My coach looks out for me. My coach never turns his back on me. So that's something, you know, I understand that everyone doesn't have that. And I'm very blessed and lucky to have that. So thank God for that. But I have a very good coach who's very supportive, and like, you know, he'll always find a way to make sure that I get what I need. I'm making good decisions in life and things like that. And so that's another, but go to your support system. People care about you, you know. And honestly, it's like, this is me like being honest with y'all. Like, sometimes it's like I feel like people fake stuff with me, and like I have a hard time differentiating like real relationships from fake ones sometimes. And so kind of like anytime somebody does any little thing, I like shun people out and things like that. But you know, when I injured myself, there was a lot of people I could tell Gina was checking up on me. And so let those people, you know, talk to those people, you know, because it takes some effort to reach out to check in on a person. Cause like a lot of people aren't gonna check on you if they don't care. And so your support system, your family, maybe siblings, coach, just accept that support system. And then last thing is, at least for right now, trust God. You know, I trust God. I trust my story. I trust my path. And I believe that in the future, somehow this is going to be a big blessing. I feel like, honestly, I'm going to look back at this exact moment right now while I'm hurting and injured, and I'm going to be like, wow, like, thank God that happened. Because honestly, as crazy as this sounds, even with my stress fracture, I look back at that right now and I'm like, wow, like, thank God that happened. Because you guys do not understand the effect that that injury had on my life. And so, you know, I'm praying more, I'm being better in my word. And all you guys might not be religious, but I don't really preach it a lot, but that's because I'm trying to focus on me. You know, I'm very flawed, you know, I'm a very flawed guy, and I'm trying to work on that, you know. Also, coming back, keep that confidence, bro. You have to build confidence. And like me, I brewed confidence, you know, but a lot of people mistake that as cockiness. I'm trying to learn that fine line, you know. I always had to like convince myself that I was good enough. And so now that I'm actually good, you know, I have that same confidence. I bring that same like energy, but it looks a lot worse. It looks a lot different. And so I'm trying to find a fine line to, you know, give grace to God and also not have people think that I'm just like some arrogant guy, because at the end of the day, I want to see everybody do good. I'm supportive of my team, my family, anybody around, my coaches, just as much as I cheer myself on inside my head and positive talk myself. But you know, a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people who aren't able to like just be confident and like give everything their best effort no matter what, often see that as cockiness. And so I don't really like that persona people have and the like image people have of me, but it's honestly nothing I can really do about it. And so but try to just, you know, give glory and give thanks to the man above and live better. I also don't preach it because I feel like I'm very flawed, and as I'm trying to be better, and I don't want to seem hypocritical, you know, because I make mistakes, and you know, Lord knows how hard I'm trying to fix a lot of things in my life. Okay, so for everybody who stayed, thank you so much. This is not the end of the video at all, by far. We have a long way to go, but I'm going to give y'all a quick run through of where we are right now. Okay, so we are 2 weeks out from the injury. And I want to start this video earlier, but I didn't want to record like in the hospital. I mean, in the doctor's office, things like that. Also, didn't want to show my MRI on here, things like that. Okay, so the injury happened exactly 2 weeks ago from. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Apologies. We're a week and a half out because it happened last 2 Fridays ago, but it's Monday now. And so far, got injured, got my MRI, and then I got a shot in my leg. And so then I couldn't walk for like 4 days. And then today is my first day back walking, actually. It hurts a lot to do everything. It hurts a lot, yeah, my leg hurts a lot right now, actually. But I can't really fully bend it up. I can put my socks on now, kind of. I can put my pants on now, but that wasn't something I was able to do for the past week and a half. So don't ask too many questions, y'all. Do not ask too many questions. But I think that's all for right now. And let's get this video started. And so now the journey really begins. This is 3 days after I can walk in the hyperbaric chamber, just minutes before I go to rehab.
This is oxygen. I got 1 hour in here.
My apologies. In this clip, I said I was going to the pool, but we had a change of plans. I actually start rehab today, so there will be no pool today. That starts tomorrow. And so after leaving the hyperbaric chamber, I go over to start rehab. And as you can tell, it's a very tough process. This is me trying to extend my leg out, and it's very painful. And I'm not used to this motion anymore. It hurts, it's stiff. My muscle feels like it's about to snap. But this is what I must do to ensure that I'm able to come back and have the same range of motion as before. And as I'm going through all the pain, I just keep telling myself that one day I'll be back, one day it'll get better. And believe it or not, this is progress, I tell myself. This is progress from a week ago when I couldn't move my leg literally an inch forward. So consistent progress is better than no progress. For those of you wondering, this is the little machine on my leg. It's BFR. It is blood flow restriction, so it makes my muscles think they're working harder than they actually are. And it actually is very good for rehab and recovery. I would say try one. But I do a lot of my workouts on this, and I've noticed a big difference. And so now this is where the exercise part of the rehab really starts to come in. I got box step-ups with BFR on, and these hurt. I'm doing at least 150 of these. I have RDLs on top of the BFR leg step-ups. And then for this beginning part of the rehab, I also have leg press with BFR on. Every exercise takes a significant amount of time, a significant amount of effort, and I'm going for what feels like forever. Each exercise has at least 4 sets of 15, and I spend at least 3 hours in here. I'm not gonna lie, them step-ups kind of hurt, but only when I go all the way up. But I got RDLs now, I had to wait till I'm going down. I can't dance, I really can't. And so after 3 hours that felt like eternity, I finally reached the end of my rehab, and I ended with some BFR hip thrusts with added weight on top. Another thing I forgot to mention in the beginning is I also tore a little bit of my adductor. So my rehab is for both my adductor and my hamstring. So some workouts will be focused mainly on that adductor instead of my hamstring. But I believe this one right here was for my hamstring.
It was nice knowing you, brother. Y'all thought I was gonna wait to slum y'all out? Y'all thought I was gonna
Don't slime me, please.
I'm definitely putting that.
I just finished rehab. I'm gonna walk home now. It's actually feel good. It's like 60, 62 today. But nah, bro, that was like the first day really like since I first got injured of like doing rehab. It wasn't that bad. It hurt a little bit. I got a lot more movement now. Look. Okay, well, I had more before rehab. But I'm pretty sore now. It hurt. And then I did 25 minutes of bike at the end. I didn't show y'all that. My bad. But I didn't want to sit here and record 25 minutes of biking, so. But finna go home. Probably gonna cook something. I don't know. And so yeah, I'll keep y'all updated though. I'm at home. It's the end of the day. I'm gonna do some core workouts. And this is really me just trying to stay engaged, you know. I feel like keeping my core strong and active like this will help me come back easier and faster. And for anybody wondering what I'm doing right here is I do 10 minutes of core. It's very unorganized. I don't have a certain number of reps. I don't have a certain set or a certain type of workout I do. I just kind of go on whatever comes to my head, and I try to go continuous as much as I can for as long as I can with each workout. And this is pretty much how I end up ending my night. After this, I take a nice long shower, get ready for bed, and I go to sleep to prepare for the next day. Good morning, y'all. It's 9 a.m. One thing I want to say, bro, about this, it's like, it's more so draining and like painful than it is like hard. It's like non-stop, you stay on the road. And I enjoy stuff like that, but like, I'm taking time for me. I'm just like, I'm enjoying the little wins. Like every time I can move my leg a little more, I'm excited, you know, I'm happy about that. So I'm focusing on the progress and not how far I am from where I was. So stay patient. Just a reminder. Conference starts tomorrow, y'all, so that's kind of a little sting. It's my first time in my entire career not running that conference. Like, my senior year, I'm not running that conference. So that's a little bit of a sting, but hey, we got our own process. I trust God's plan. And I feel like just a simple prayer. Just try to pray when you wake up or before you go to sleep, bro. I promise you, I've been feeling so much better, y'all. It's rehab time. See it squeezing. Journey gonna be hard. Keep going. It's gonna pay off. As you can see from the look on my face, I'm very exhausted, but the day is really just beginning. I still have a pool workout to go to after this, so I take all the things off from my rehab and get ready to go to the pool. So here we are going to the pool, and up until this point, I haven't done anything at full body weight yet. I haven't ran, I haven't did any type of drills, and I haven't really stretched out my leg too much. And so today, I want to get some good movement in and try to stretch out those muscles just a little bit, but without being at full weight, of course. So for those of you that don't know, I'm currently at the underwater treadmill right now, or I guess you could call it a pool also, because that's what it's being used as right now. And the whole purpose of being here is because I can't really put my full body weight on my leg yet. And so we're trying to get used to moving again without having to worry about all the strain on my body and my weight, obviously. And so here we are starting to do some marches. We're starting off really slow. Before that, I did some leg swings, actually. That's what I was doing in the first clip. And we're just trying to get back used to moving again, get that range of motion back, and strengthening my legs slowly. So after doing a few sets of A skips, a few sets of B skips, we get into a little bit more of active motion. And so I do about a 20-minute jog on the pool, actually, in a couple intervals. And this is basically the end of this phase. So we're moving now, we're on our feet. We can run a little bit at very light weights, but still, progress is progress. And this is a huge difference from 2 weeks ago when I literally couldn't even get out of bed.